Hello everybody. So as we have seen in our last session about the concept of printer, now we will be seeing how to configure the output device and how to create printers. So before I proceed with that, first we need to understand what is a device, a definition of device. Um, if you see this picture, in this figure, if you can see a dispatcher, two spool work processors are assigned and one dialog work processes. To be able to address the users, front-end printers from the SAP system. Okay, so the corresponding device definition must contain the following parameters. So what are those things? Like first, as it whenever you define an output device in an SAP system, you must first specify the type of connection with which the output device is to be addressed. Like there might be several printers, HP printer or Epson printer or several other different printers, right? So you need to specify like which type of connection will suitable for that output device. So this type of connection is called access method. So let me go to the SAP system. So configuring the printer is, so as I said, SPAD is what we usually configure the printers. So once you enter SPAD, you will be seeing this screen, initial screen for spool administration. So here, to configure the device, first you need to select the configuration and then you need to select on output devices. So once you click on output devices, you can see one device by name LP01. So now if you want to create an output device, what you have to do, you have to first make it in a change mode. So once you click in change mode, this will become enable. Before it was disabled because it was in display mode. So once you click on create, now it's asking what kind of output device you want to define here, right? So this is very important here. Before configuring output device, you should know what printer you are trying to configure. So let us see any output device is there or not. So to check, we will press F1 for help. So if I say, let's say Epson, okay, and here the device type, there are a lot of device types here. If you see, there are a lot of device types. So I'm taking one of the HP laser, okay. I'm showing just an example. We are not having any printer connected to this PC, but just for you to know that how are you going to configure in the real environment, that is very important. And then spool server is nothing but your instance name. Okay, select the instance number, and the device class is nothing but standard printer, or is it you are using for fax or what? So I'm selecting standard printer now. Okay, depending on the situation, like what the user needs, wants you to configure according to his. Now model number, as I said, like if you know the printer model number, then you have to define. Okay, and then if it's not having, it will automatically assign to the device type. Now once you have assigned the output device, then you need to click on save. He's telling specify a host printer name, because as I said, like we do not have any printer connected to PC, so otherwise it would have identified that that printer has the host name. So once it has the host name, it will connect to the printer, Then it will automatically come to the second tab, which is a access method. Now, as I've just explained about the access method, like whenever you define an output device in an SAP system, you specify the type of connection with which the output device is to be addressed. So this connection type is called access method. Okay, and it is defined using a single letter. Like here you can see it is single letter L. L means what? It's print locally using LP, LPR. They use some drivers. Okay, so there are various types of host spool access method. Like you can see G, which is used for front-end printing with control technique. I is for archiving device. M is for email to receiver owner. P, device spool. S is for print using SAP protocol, and U, print using Berkeley protocol. So these are the drivers which used for a particular printer. So you can select the local printer, okay, then host printer. So if you know the printer IP address, then you need to define that printer IP address here, okay. And then once you have defined here, then you need to save, okay. Anyhow, it doesn't have any host name for the printer. I'm going to the next tab, output attributes. In this output attributes, here, as you know, normally we are if you are talking about the printer which we are having in the home PCs, like you know how to set the printer, like how do you want the printer to be, which tray. Like if the printer has 2-3 trays, you need to know which tray, what kind of your paper you are setting up, and which. So these kind of settings you need to make it here. Okay, do you want a color printer or do you want a black and white printer? So this is output attributes which you need to set for that. Okay, so once you have defined this, you need to save. So once you click on save, and if you come back, okay, do you want to save first? Yes. So like this, your printer get configured. So if you want to see how many output devices has been defined, you have to go to span, enter, and beside the output device you can see this drop down button. Click on that and don't put anything, just hit enter. So once you hit enter, it's showing only one device. So there is only one device inside the SAP. So likewise, this is predefined device provided by SAP, okay, during the installation. But you can configure the output devices if your printer are connected to the SAP. So this is how you basically configure the printer in your PC, in your SAP system. And everybody know how to configure the printer on the local machine. So if you don't know, like I will show you how to configure. Like if you go to start, and if you go to printer and faxes, okay, and here you will add the printer. Like I'm talking about a local machine, not on the SAP system. So if you add the printer, once you click on add, it's saying welcome to the add printer wizard. Click on next. Now it's asking whether it's a local printer or it is a network printer. So as I said, like you need to know whether it is a local printer or network printer. So here this is very, very important. Sometimes while configuring, if you select local printer, then it will be internally, it will work. If you're trying to print remotely, then it will not configure properly, or you might get issues. So if you have network printer, then you need to assign the IP address. If it's local printer, you need to select local and say next. So automatically what it will do, it will detect if there is a printer attached to your computer. So if there is no printer attached, then it will say the wizard was unable to detect any plug and play printers. So this is how you configure the local printer on your local machine. So if you press next, if you want to use the following port, next, okay, and This is a very simple procedure, and you can select any manufacturer company like say HP, and take the series and say next. Do you want this printer, the default printer? Say yes. So whenever you give the print, it will automatically go to this printer. Okay, next. Okay, so here it's asking which location, so you can provide the location, like if I say it Chicago. Okay, and say next. Do you want to print a test page? If there is no printer, uh, you can say no as of now. Click on next and finish. Once you click on finish, your printer will get configured HP2500C. So this is how you configure the printer first on your local machine. Then only you can go to SAP, and then you can assign this printer HP2500C into your SAP, as I showed, like going to SPAD and defining the output device like HP2500C series. Okay, so this is how you configure the printer. And so hope you understood this session. Thank you so much. Bye.